Okay, you're going to get two videos here. This is the one will be from Sportsbox, which get a post. I'll let you know when that gets posted. That will go into maybe just understanding. You'll see a little bit on here what you'll see in Sportsbox. You also see the drill that I'm going to show you that we did at the range, which helps you kind of get a feel and being your back arm, your left arm is the injured arm. It'll give you a sense of how to do some drills without that, because that's part of the arm that we really don't need in golf. It's the arm that tries to do too much. It's our athletic arm. For a left-handed person, it's your left hand or my right hand. We're trying to get that arm out of the swing for the most part, because we don't want to. It's what we call the trail arm. It's really not doing anything but trailing behind all this energy. So for the first part of it here, let's just look at back this, and you'll see this a little bit more detail on the Sportsbox. Your shoulders are to the left and your feet are to the left. So we knew that your shoulders from the Sportsbox, that your shoulders were about 13 or 14 degrees open. I'm not sure. I'll see when I do that other video. And so you're already behind where you're trying to go as far as shoulder rotation. And if you're behind there, what happens is it's hard for you to get the body to move, because you're not really in a very good angle for that. So your first natural move will be the hands, and then your shoulders start trying to move, and then they get right here, they get stuck. And now you've kind of jammed yourself in your swing. So the only thing that can move at this point is your arms up. So now we have a lot of arms and hands in your swing, but no support with it. And then you've kind of learned to just kind of hold that and just try to, your arms are now stuck, so they're going to have to push outward. You'll see them push out past that blue line, because you're trying to create space. And that creates some lag for you, but it also doesn't create the angle that we need to the ball. Meaning your angle comes too much from the inside and up. It's coming too much in and up from inside angles we saw from the computer. So now the thing is, you are behind the ball, so you don't open up your body too much for the problem is, but now you can't really get any energy or support from your body, so your hands are just gonna kind of push that club out there towards the ball. So you're gonna see through impact all the inefficiency of energy in your swing. You'll see that your body wants to spin away from the ball, you're being pulled out, and the club is pushed. What we saw from the computer, you're coming inside and up, pushing that way, and your body's going this way. And so you can see all that stress in your body and that club, trying to get that club through. You can see right through here, see how you can't really get that club to release. It's just hanging on for all the effort you have. A lot of effort changes. So that's what we're trying to get out of that feeling of the release in your swing. So first thing we have to do is just set up square. So the first part of this drill is just to get square, meaning your feet, your hips, and your shoulders are all equal distance to the ball. And then this back shoulder will be down, my right, your left. And I'm gonna feel balanced weight inside my feet here. That's my start. The hugging arm, I'm not sure what you'll be able to do with your arm at that point. If you just have to lay it down, hang by your side, or it might be a few weeks before you do anything, but if you can fold that, it would be great. This is what I call the hugging drill, meaning we're going to this is about creating leverage with the ground with this part of your body, and this part up here is going to move on top of that and support, which basically, it's the old thing, use your legs to lift a box. We want to support to create no stress in other body parts. So we're moving in the lower part to have the upper part to move freely and rotationally to send energy to the direction we want. So the shape of the swing is the energy direction of where we're sending that golf. We're storing up energy and sending it down towards the ball. That's your shape of your swing. So in this drill, you're going to see I'm going to feel pushing in my feet. That pushing is a force. That force will start rotation, and we rotate from our chest right here. That's why your trail arm is across your body. And that's just a sense of, it feels like you're rotating from the inner part of your body into the outer part. This should create a rounded feeling around this leg. You got to remember, in your swing, you don't really have that. You kind of have a slide, lift, but there's no rotation in your swing. And now you have to hit with your hands. Now the key thing is we build this simple little thing. It's okay for this arm to be relaxed and folded in this drill. Arms will bend a little bit in the swing. Don't worry about that much. And what happens here from this swing in this drill, now I can push back, and I'm gonna push, and this will start moving. And I put my hand here, and I wanted you to simply feel the back of my hand hitting it. So now this gives you, you see how I'm pushing and rotating back to the ball, and you see my body rotating. And by rotating, that means my arm follows that rotation right there. That arm is following this rotation. It means there's no stress. And eventually what we're trying to do is get the energy out of this into a golf club. And we'll always do that front arm leading through. So from this view, you can see I'm sending all that energy towards the ball. Now this is just a simple stick drill. If you happen to do this, depends on that. Do not hit this bag hard. You're just lightly tapping it. Just feeling simple rotations and slow motion tap. No speed, no power. Just, you can see here, I feel how I get my hips and my shoulders working in support, and my arm follows. No stress in my arms, no stress in my body. The only thing will be tired in this drill, if you did about 20 times, your legs would be tired because they're doing all the work and supporting everything. So we don't want any stress in the body. In any swing, we're just releasing energy towards the ball. You can see how the shape of my swing is sending that energy towards the ball. We're going to get the energy out of us and into the golf club, so there's no stress in any body part. Let's bring up your new version after we did that. So this is a practice swing right after the drill. So I did that drill with a one-handed, and you're going to see in a square position. Let's split these up. So here's your original swing over on this side. You're going to see because you're stuck in the shoulders, you have to take it with your wrist. Here over on this side, you're going to see how your chest and legs are pushing more, and you're more rounded, and you have a simple little pivot. Over here we have that kind of a slide lift. See how we see the back, weight stable here. Arms are now supporting with inside that rotation. Now you can feel like my hand was here. It feels like we're gonna hit the back of my hand, which was here. And you send all that energy down to the ball. Using your legs, your trail arm is just holding this club. It's just gonna follow you down and lean this way. We don't want any of the hands doing all the work. See all the energy moving away from the ball, twisting, and then you're gonna see the energy stay down through the shot. Now, I didn't tell you to stay down or do really anything. I just said do that drill, and I said feel like you're gonna hit my hand and let the club release. And you see through impact how you stay down longer, and all that energy is going towards, we're trying to get the energy out of you into that golf club. And here you see yourself pulling away from the ball, because all that trying to get any energy into the golf swing is twisting. And here you stay down naturally and release that club, release back up. And see all that energy is now heading through the ball to take you up to the finish, which makes it more consistent. So that little drill we did was just a simple feeling of just going here to the ball and let it swing back up. So let's go back to the drill and what we did here in the practice swing. So this is what I just did that drill with you. We pushed, we rotated, feeling more hugging, And that gave you that little hugging feeling there. And that's your backswing. See, everything is now supporting stability. This is sitting on top of this. Arms are relaxed underneath the shoulders. And then we're going to send that energy to my hand. The body just kind of kinetically unwinds. It just pushes, it unwinds to here. That club will follow that unwinding feeling. And then the club releases. It goes back up to the finish. So that gives you the simple version of what that drill is trying to do. And again, hopefully you can do this little drill as much as you can. You're working on your legs, your chest, your rotation, and your front arm, my left, your right, and the trail arm just sits across your upper body, just for like it's not going along for the ride. You shouldn't have any sense of trying to help create any power from that side.